Hey guys, and welcome back to another Sheffield Steelers guy video. Now, before this video starts, I would just like to give you an update on obviously what happened yesterday between me and the Steelers. Thank you guys for all the support on that, by the way. So first of all, the concept has got 25,000 views. The comment from the Steelers has got 100,000 views. So it's really good. But that is not what we're talking about today, because ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we have hit 400. That is right, 400 subscribers. I don't know, I just decided to make paper confetti there. And I am so happy. Yesterday we hit 400 subs, and yesterday we went to war, and today we are still at war and we are on 406 subs. So thank you so much, guys. Continue to support me on Twitter. Go and follow my Twitter. Go leave your support. The more support we get on the concept, the more likely it is that the shirt is going to end up becoming a reality and the Steelers will put it into consideration. Anyway, today we are going to be talking about some more Elite League news. As you know, we are already a few days into the off-season and we've already had some juicy set of news, which is good in my opinion because it means I can sit down on this lovely chair, which is not so lovely because I've absolutely destroyed it, but I can sit down on this lovely chair and talk to you guys about the latest Elite League news. So first of all, and I just want to cover this because I had this from a source. Source is TikTok. I was just scrolling on TikTok and I saw it earlier. Tom McCollum will be leaving the Belfast Giants. Now, a few girls, Belfast Giants fans, they were at a game in Dundee. They went to Tom McCollum and they asked him if he was coming back, and he said no. So Tom McCollum is very likely to be leaving the Belfast Giants, which honestly, I think he could have had a better time at Belfast. Also, if you see that in the background, that's my cat. I think he could have had a better time at Belfast, but obviously if he doesn't feel right, and maybe if he wanted to come back but the team told him he couldn't, then that's that, isn't it? Game is game. Tom McCollum, good luck where you go. But that is not what today's video is about. I just thought I'd update you guys on the latest and greatest Elite League news. No, today we're going to be talking about Pete Russell leaving the Cardiff Devils and Josh McDonald, who I said was one of their best players, coming back to the Cardiff Devils. But first we've got some shout outs to make. Shout out to freaking Josh McDonald's cousin who commented on my video yesterday. Welcome to the Steelers guy fam, don't go anywhere. I think Josh McDonald might be one of my favourite players now. And second shout out, and I do mention this person a few times, but they are a dedicated Steelers guy fan. Jensen Holder, shout out to you. Thank you for watching the channel for so many months. Maybe you've been watching for more than a year as well. Keep watching the channel and maybe, just maybe, we might have something for you. So, yesterday, I think it was about mid-afternoon while me and the Steelers were at war. Daily Elite League, thank you to Daily Elite League for the first source that I got on Twitter. They said that Pete Russell was leaving to the Del 2. Now, if you don't know, the Del 2, or the DEL, is the German Hockey League, and the Del 2 is the lower version of, obviously, the Del, with Baron Berlin, Ingolstadt, you know, all those teams. Now, the source had a picture, and I'll throw the picture on screen here, with what it looks to be the team that Pete Russell has left to, posting that Pete Russell is at that team. About 10 minutes later, the Cardiff Devils did put a tweet up saying that Pete Russell had left the Cardiff Devils. Now, I think there's a bit of mix-up on feelings between Pete Russell leaving Cardiff, between the Cardiff Devils fans. I think you've got one side of Cardiff fans who are saying, well, I wasn't a big fan of Pete Russell. I didn't like how he played hockey with the Cardiff Devils. And there's the other side of fans who are saying, thank you, Pete Russell. You've done well for us. Wish us luck. But this has been a reoccurring issue now for the Cardiff Devils. They have been through multiple different managers since the obviously famous Andrew Lord era. They have been through multiple different managers, and yet they still haven't been able to find the perfect manager. Now, obviously, Cardiff last season, actually, their season were pretty good. They got into the Challenge Cup final, they got into the playoff final, they nearly won the playoffs, but that got cancelled, didn't it? But the big thing for Cardiff last year was, of course, winning the Continental Cup. But again, that is not in the Elite League. So I can understand why Cardiff would want to remove Pete Russell, because they want Elite League success at the same time. I'm also hearing that Cardiff might have the chance to go back into the Continental Cup next season, which would be good, as I always believe that teams who win a trophy should always have the chance to defend that trophy in the future. So it seems like Cardiff are going to get that chance to defend that Continental Cup with the Nottingham Panthers, who have also won the Continental Cup. I thought that Sheffield would get into the Continental Cup next year. It is a real shame that we haven't in the end. If we had won the playoffs, we would have got into the Continental Cup, but I think in the future, maybe a fun idea would be to give the team who obviously finishes second in the Continental Cup, in the league, a chance to go into the Continental Cup, and the team who wins the league gets to go into the Champions Hockey League. Get it right now, Nottingham will be a firepower next season. So what does this mean for Cardiff then? Pete Russell's gone. Well, I'm hearing a lot of people say that Pete Russell did not like physical hockey, which isn't really something I'm happy with, because in my opinion, Cardiff Devils have always been a physical team. They always play dirty. They're a dirty team, aren't they? They're made that way. That's how they play their hockey. So Pete Russell gone. What does this mean for Cardiff? They could either get worse or they could get better next season. Well, it seems they're going to get better, maybe. As you know, Josh McDonald is returning to the Cardiff Devils, their top scorer. Same thing, a lot of people wanted Mitchell Baumas back for the Steelers for 24-25. He came back, but then he wasn't as good as he were. We're obviously going to have to see with Josh McDonald. But are Cardiff going to get better, or are they going to get worse? That is the question. In my opinion, and you'll see this on my Elite League standings, I honestly don't know. They could get a new coach who could take some very key players out and absolutely ruin them, or they could get a new coach who wants to keep the new players, brings in a good few new players and gets them higher than fourth. Obviously, Manchester got a new coach, they signed some great players, and then it all fell down to the ground. You know, Fife, they kept Tom Cullen, and he signed a few players and people liked their off-season. Then obviously the real season came and it went like that. But we will just have to see. We will just have to see what happens between Cardiff, and we will just have to see where they come next season, really. Guys, what do you think to Pete Russell leaving Cardiff? Is it a good thing in your opinion? Is it a bad thing? Is it something that Cardiff shouldn't have done? Is it something Cardiff should have done? Are Cardiff wanting to move closer to the league title? Are they trying to find a gap in the squad that they're missing? If you guys have enjoyed this video, give it a like and of course subscribe. Final reminder guys, get on Twitter, go follow me, go support the concept. The more support it gets, the more chance we have of making it a reality. We're still at war guys, the war's not over. Go and support Steelers guys, and I will see you tomorrow for another video. Goodbye.